Diolch yn fawr iawn I chi am y croeso cynnes. Fi oedd yr un drwg yn y dosbarth. Man I fi weid hynny nawr cyn bod neb arall. Diolch yn fawr iawn I chi. Mae'n bleser I fod yma gyda chi yn Llangollen ac I siarad yn y Gynhadledd am y tro cyntaf. I rhai ohonych chi sydd ddim yn fy nabod I, dwi'n fam, yn wraig, yn gynghorydd, yn gyfarwydd wraig I theatr ieuenctid ac yn actores. A dwi'n falch iawn o fod wedi chwarae Stacey Jones, neu Stacey Ni, ar Pobl y Cwm am 10 mlynedd. I'm extremely proud to have played the part of Stacey Jones in Pobl y Cwm for more than 10 years in what is such a long-standing and important part of Welsh language popular culture. And I look forward to seeing it on our screens for another 40 years. But since my election as a Plaid Cymru councillor 2 years ago, I am just as proud of the role I have played representing the community I was born and bred in. I represent the Pentre ward with my colleague, Councillor Maureen Weaver. It's a ward in the northern reaches of the Rhondda Fawr, and representing my hometown has been a steep learning curve. It's been hard work, as people in my community face many challenges on a daily basis, and I do my utmost to resolve those problems. But it's also been immensely rewarding, particularly when you achieve results that benefit people. This taste of local politics has given me a strong desire to take things further, which is why I sought the nomination for Rhondda's Westminster seat. I will talk more about my hopes for becoming the Rhondda's next MP shortly, but while I'm on the subject of Pentre, some of you may not be aware that there is a significant link between my home and where we are today. In 1906, a minister preaching in Pentre by the name of J.J. Williams shocked the National Eisteddfod held in Llangollen that year when he came from nowhere to win the prized Chair of the Bard. People were almost as stunned when he repeated the same fate 2 years later, as he was still regarded as a rank outsider. Since the days of J.J. Williams, the Rhondda has, like many other coalfield areas of Wales, fallen on hard times. And I know it's a cliché, but after providing the power for Britain with our world-renowned steam coal, we've been largely abandoned by Westminster after the enforced decline of heavy industry in Wales and the slow and deliberate destruction of the coal industry. We now have one of the highest unemployment rates in Wales, and our youth unemployment rate is almost 32%, a national disgrace. It is perhaps no real surprise that we are in this situation. Since the mines closed, there's been no plan, no growth, and no ambition for communities like mine. This has been the case not just with the despised Tory governments of the 1980s and 90s, but also with Labour as well. The truth is, the Conservatives are not interested in areas like the Rhondda, never have been and never will be, because there are no votes in it for them. Labour didn't bother because they took us for granted. The state of the South Wales valleys is a plague on both their houses. How else could you explain a Labour local authority with the audacity and cruelness to threaten its thousands of local employees with a Victorian-style lockout unless they accepted lesser pay and conditions? They've also taken the decision to focus their cuts on the young, the vulnerable, the elderly and the infirm. In my ward, the Labour Council has taken away our school, our library and our day centre, which provided a valuable service for the elderly. If that's not the political definition of losing your way, then I don't know what is. Meanwhile, we have a Labour MP who practically ignores every campaign against the cut because he knows that given the chance, his party in government would make as big a set of cuts to expenditure. He is fully signed up to austerity Britain, and it's not good enough. It's no wonder, really, that many in the Rhondda, sick to the back teeth of being failed by a Labour Party that is full of good words, but ultimately lacking in good deeds, are looking for a political alternative. Some may even consider supporting the siren voices of those who blame all our ills on Europe. Well, I will not allow them to hoodwink people by pretending to support ordinary people whilst at the same time trying to hide their real agenda of cutting rights of workers, cutting public services, and making the rich even richer. I will be urging voters to choose the positive alternative to the tired and deflated Labour Party, which is, of course, Plaid Cymru, the Party of Wales. Since entering politics, I have seen firsthand how we in Plaid Cymru have the drive, the ideas, and the ambition to provide the solutions needed for our country's problems. Our policies on public procurement to provide the much-needed tens of thousands of jobs, or our bid to recruit 1,000 extra doctors over 2 terms of a Plaid Cymru government, a testament to this ambition and to this drive to make Wales a better place to live and work. No other political party is prepared to battle as hard for the people of Wales as we do. No other political party can ensure Wales gets the best possible deal for its people. And I say this with utmost confidence because, unlike others, we're not answerable to a political party with its headquarters in London. Dwi'n benderfynol o fod y dewis gwleidyddol positif, achos mae'r dewis arall yn rhywbeth na allwn ei ddirnad nai am gyffred. Mae pobl yr Rhondda yn heiddi gwell, fe allwn wneud yn well. Fe lwyddon ni i wneud argraff ar y byd yn y gorffennol ac fe allwn ni wneud hynny eto. I wireddu ein potensial, mae angen buddsoddiad mwyn gwneud yn iawn am yr amddifadedd yr ydym wedi ei ddioddef dros y digawdau. A dyna pan fy mod i'n lawnsio'r ymgyrch am gyfiawnder ariannol i Gymru. The people of the Rhondda deserve better. The people of Wales deserve better. And this is why I am launching a campaign for financial justice for Wales. The campaign calls on the First Minister to belatedly stick to his promise to stand up for the people of Wales and ensure that 5 aims are achieved. 1. An end to the funding gap that shortchanges Wales by hundreds of millions of pounds each and every year. Wales should be treated equally to Scotland. 2. Tax varying powers for Wales to boost our jobs and economy. 3. Compensation from Westminster for wealth taken out of Wales since the heavy industry boom. 4. Full powers over all our natural resources to build a sustainable economy with a Welsh Sovereign Wealth Fund. And 5, a plan to end Wales's financial dependency. Just imagine what we could do with the hundreds of millions that should be coming to Wales each and every year. The cuts that are coming down on our communities, the length and breadth of Wales would be no more. We would not have to centralise hospital services, forcing patients to travel much further in an emergency, and we could invest in our schools and universities to ensure we can plan for the future in confidence, knowing that we will have the workforce to fuel an economy that provides highly skilled jobs in high-tech industries, the envy of the UK. These things are all tangible when you have a government, like the SNP government in Scotland, that refuses to accept second best for its country and its people. It's time Wales had such a government. Earlier on, I mentioned the example of J.J. Williams, who shocked the 1906 Eisteddfod in Llangollen by winning the chair. Just like me, bidding for election next year, he was an underdog, but he triumphed nonetheless. To be making my first speech to conference in the place where a Pentre resident leapfrogged the favourites to win is a good omen indeed. And as you know from another woman in Plaid Cymru, from the Rhondda, don't know if you know her, we are passionate, we are determined, and we don't take notice of the odds if they are against us. I will be using the inspiration of J.J. Williams and our leader, my friend Leanne Wood, to prove that anything is possible. A Plaid Cymru MP for the Rhondda is not only possible, it is necessary. I will be fighting every step of the way to achieve that, for the sake of my village, my community, my constituency, my Rhondda. Diolch yn fawr.